Alan wrote his first script. Either the first or second season. I'm not sure it was called. He hated the title, so I won't say what the title was. It was about a pair of long johns that make the rounds in the camp when everybody's freezing to death. Very funny idea. Um, I'm not sure that he directed any while I was there in the first 4 years. He well may have. Well, he certainly wasn't producing then. I don't know that Alan ever took a producing credit, but I think I saw him act once or twice in those 4 years. Alan and I had one heated hour in 4 years, and I'll never, ever forgive him for it. We really were very far apart on one episode. It was one in which there was a sniper outside the camp who was picking people off, or trying to pick people off, but in any case, disrupting the camp and the camp's chief activity, trying to get people well. And we had a speech in which we had the doctors asking for corps or headquarters or some unit to send somebody with a gun and take this guy out. And Alan really objected vehemently to that. He didn't think that a doctor should be asking for anybody to be killed. We went back and forth. This is so typical to dwell on the negative when there's 7,895 wonderful hours. But anyway, what was good about Alan, the best thing about Alan was, and he's the only one I've ever worked with who could do this or did do it, and that is if he criticized something, he would go off and do his version of it, not just argue for or against something, but show you how he thought it could be done. And that night, he showed up at my doorstep here and said how terrible he felt. It's a terrible, corny word to use, but we really did love each other. I don't mean that to be in the past tense. But that's when we were newlyweds. And he was so sorry, that we'd had this falling out. And I'm not sure if he brought some pages on that occasion. I know he did on others. But we hammered it out, and we found a solution that was acceptable to both of us. Alan, it was a remarkable experience professionally, not in an ideological way or a philosophical way, as just been discussing, but I've never worked with an actor before who didn't have to be told how to read a line, didn't have to underline a word or italicize it or give him a stage direction. It's as though it jumped off the page into his head as it jumped out of the page from mine. It was remarkable.